An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Let me introduce myself. I'm Mark Timms. They call me the Tinman. One day I'll tell you the story behind my nickname. But for now we are going to concentrate on a topic that I mentioned in an earlier video. Budgeting. Budgeting is the process of creating a plan to manage your income and expenses. It helps you track where your money is going, make informed financial decisions, and ensure you're saving for future goals while covering your needs and wants. Why is budgeting so important? A budget gives you control over your finances and ensures you don't overspend. A budget lets you achieve goals and helps you save for specific targets. A budget can build a safety net for unexpected expenses. A budget provides financial clarity, reducing money-related stress. Let's break it down and look at the steps you need to take to create a budget. Assess your income. Calculate all sources of income after taxes. Track your expenses. Identify all fixed, rent, utilities, etc., and variable, groceries, entertainment, etc., expenses. Set priorities. Divide spending into needs, essentials, and wants, non-essentials. Choose a budgeting method. 50, 30, 20 rule or zero-based budget or envelope system. Need more info on these systems? "50, 30, 20 rule. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings. Zero-based budget. Allocate every dollar of your income to a specific purpose or expense until you reach $0. Envelope system. Use cash envelopes for different categories to control spending. Finally, monitor and adjust. Review your budget regularly to ensure it aligns with your goals and adjust for any changes. Should we take a small detour? I'll tell you a story about one of my early attempts at budgeting. I was a young man at the time and eager to save for my first home. I chose the cash envelope method and I carefully wrote an expense on the front of each envelope. It went well for a while, but I was a young man with a young man's lifestyle and expenses. I started to dip into my envelopes, taking out money whenever I needed it. And I wasn't tracking or monitoring any of those random withdrawals. Before long, the end of the year rolled around, and I was horrified to find that I hadn't met any of my savings goals. Surprise, surprise. Needless to say, I changed my plans. I adopted the 50, 30, 20 rule, and this time I stayed on track. I eventually bought my first house, although it was a year or two later than I'd first planned. But another valuable lesson had been learnt along the way, a lesson I wouldn't forget in a hurry. Okay. Now that our detour is over, let's look at some budgeting tips. Start small. Begin by tracking your expenses for 1 month to understand your spending habits. Set up automatic transfers to savings accounts and pay yourself first. Cut unnecessary costs. Identify subscriptions or services you don't use often and cancel them. Use budgeting apps to simplify planning and tracking. Build an emergency fund. Aim for at least 3 to 6 months of expenses. Set realistic goals. Break larger goals into smaller, achievable steps to stay motivated. Shop smart. Use coupons, buy in bulk, or shop during sales to save money on essentials. Plan for irregular expenses. Budget for annual costs like insurance premiums or holiday gifts by dividing them into monthly amounts. Review regularly. Check your progress weekly or monthly to ensure you stay on track. Celebrate wins. Reward yourself when you achieve a financial milestone, just stay within your budget. And that's it. Simple. See you next episode. Here's to a brighter financial future.